Hi, this is Pat Schwenk from For the Family. First things first, happy Father's Day to you. It's our privilege to have Gary Thomas with us again today, talking about the importance that dads play in the life of their families. And he'll be talking about inspiring mission in the life of your kids, but also talking about the crucial role that dads play in the life of their daughters. And so we hope and pray that you have a great Father's Day today, and also are greatly encouraged by Gary's wisdom as he talks about the important role that dads play.
I told my kids, I don't want you to be like all the other kids because I see the misery the other kids are bringing into life. I see the pain they bring in. I want something better for you. I think kids aren't thoughtful. They often waste their years. And so we tried to give them that sense of mission. And I would say to the dads out there, your daughter's vulnerability to teenage boys is so dependent on, let me say, at least heavily influenced by your love for your wife and the way you treat your daughters when they're in those 0 to 12 age range. You want to love on them. You want to affirm them. You want to show them how a guy treats his wife by treating your wife that way. If you're harsh and dismissive with your wife and condescending, then your daughters are watching you and they're thinking, well, if I want a boyfriend, he can be harsh and condescending. If you're loving on your wife, if you're serving your wife, if you're respectful of your wife, and they see a boyfriend try to treat him that way, they're thinking, that's not how a guy's supposed to treat his wife, and they won't put up with that. And those years, 0 to 12, set the bar high. Spoil them on Valentine's Day. Love on them. Kiss them. Let them know how beautiful they are, how much you love them, how much you accept them. You do not want to send a young woman into her teenage years thirsty for affection. There are guys who will prey on that. Just please, you'll save yourself so much grief in the teen years if you'll take care of that loving in the earlier years. And I think the same thing, training your sons, asking them to respect their wife, having a sense of watching over their sisters. When my son came back his first year in college, this was astonishing to me, and I think it's very true. He said to his two sisters, I don't want you to date a guy who doesn't have sisters. I said, why? And he goes, I'm just telling you, they treat women differently if they have sisters. Guys that didn't grow up without sisters may not have that sense that this is a person. They have somebody they're important. And Graham, having sisters gave him empathy. Now, of course, you could take that too far. I don't want people to freak out. Well, it's not my fault, my son's fault he didn't have sisters. Just hear the heart behind what Graham was saying for his sisters, that growing up and respecting his sisters taught him to respect his girlfriend, who eventually became his wife. And so those years are so key, the years that you're in, Pat, those are such key seasons to develop that heart, to develop that sensitivity. I would say cut back everything you could cut back. Be at home. Let your energies be at home. Let your focus be at home. Because if you get those years right, it really does launch them on a different trajectory, and you'll save yourself a lot of grief. Not all grief. They never get away from James 3:2. We all stumble in many ways, but they can stumble toward God instead of away from him.